Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Matt here. Today I'm at the Avonmore Quarry for the first CRPS match of the Eastern Division 2022 season. It's April 30th and I'm very excited to be here today. The weather looks like it's going to be really nice. It's just around 5 degrees Celsius at the moment and it's going to get up to probably around 15 degrees Celsius throughout the day, so it's going to be really nice. Not a cloud in the sky, no chance of rain, and the wind will be present but not too crazy. Just a couple weeks ago I was lucky enough to shoot the first match of the Northern Rimfire Series 2022 season, so it's really nice that I can make it to the first matches of both series here in Ontario. So I get a lot of questions about my gear, so I figured I'd just do a quick breakdown here before the match. Today I'm going to be shooting my Voodoo Gunworks 360. The barrel is a 20-inch MTU profile. I have a tuna can barrel tuner on the end of that, running my Minox 5-25 by 56 LR in my American Rifle Company M-brace mount. Everything is sitting in the KRG Whiskey 3 chassis, and my trigger is a single stage diamond from Trigger Tech. I have my camera system from Tacticam mounted to the scope, so I can do some overlay scope footage, which a lot of people seem to enjoy. So I run this at the matches to provide that. And the bipod here is the MDT Skypod. This one here is the short PRS version, which is my preference. Now the new toy today is the tripod here that the rifle's on. So let me just get the rifle off and I'll show you the tripod. So a lot of people are using these quick deploy gamer tripods now, especially for matches that require you to deploy the tripod on the clock, obviously. Well, this one here is a newer one from Leofoto, and it's the cheapest one they make, the 2-section one. This here is the 282, so it's the 55-pound load capacity rated tripod, but they make a 66 and 80-pound, I think. And what's really neat about these tripods, though, is since they have inverted legs, you can see here that the leg lock and the section that you move is the same. So instead of having to unlock it, move the leg, and then lock it again, you can do everything in one motion. So it's just a little bit quicker to deploy. You can see here, just in a matter of a couple seconds, I can have this thing fully deployed. It's way taller than I need it for spotting purposes.
Stage 3, titled Farm Fences, was the first stage of the day for my squad. There was a small section of fence that had 3 posts, left, middle, and right. There were 4 positions to shoot from: left, middle, right, and then back to the middle post. Shooters had to use their support side on the left and right posts, and this meant support side eye, shoulder, and hand. Shooters were alternating between 2 targets for this stage. The 2 targets were a full-size IPSC at 297 yards and an 8-inch diamond at 177 yards. Diamond targets are always a little bit tricky because you have to make sure your elevation is spot on. If your elevation is off even just a little bit, you have a lot less target area horizontally to work with.
Come right, Thomas.
It's
or left. I mean, go left. Red one, right?
Red diamond.
Yeah,
that was on the red.
No.
Target.
Go left.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. The other red. Red diamond 32. Impact. 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 Yeah. Impact. Ice working. Small first, right?
Yeah, I can see it just with
Impact. Impact.
time.
Impact.
Nice start.
7.
Ah, could have gotten him. Unload and show clear.
7.
Yeah.
Took a minute to get this started.
We're just holding straight up.
Yeah. Stand by. 3, 2, 1, engage.
Impact. 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 Impact.
It sounded like 2 impact.
No, like construction conduit.
Impact. Impact.
30 seconds.
Impact.
20.
Impact. Last shooter.
We're done. Unload and show clear.
How many was that?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
So I just finished the first stage of the day here off the gate, the fence, I guess. We were shooting off the fence posts, and 2 of the 4 positions we had to shoot weak side, so support side, which is always a little bit tricky, especially if you don't practice it often, which I haven't been. But I managed to clean the stage, so 10 of 10 hits, which is awesome. I almost forgot to dial in the second position, and right before I was about to break the shot, I just remembered, I was like, oh crap, I didn't dial. So I quickly dialed my turret, and then again, managed to clean the stage. So I'm happy about that. I want to eliminate all mental mistakes today, and that was a very close call.
Stage 4 was tank straps. There is a rope attached to 2 tips of the tank trap and 3 positions to shoot from for this stage. The first position was from the rope hanging between the 2 tips of the tank trap. You were not allowed to touch the tank trap while shooting from the rope. The second position was from the middle of the tank trap, and the third position was the shooter's choice off of one of the tips of the legs of the tank trap. This stage had 2 targets, a 6-inch diamond at 139 yards, and a 12-inch square at 232 yards.
Impact. 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 What do you need that?
Shut your mouth. You goof.
Not taking a nap.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, it's working. Ready? Impact.
Just T1 on that.
Yeah.
Just T1. Yeah, it's 2 on T1.
2 on T1.
Oh, I hit the wrong one then.
Good impact though.
Thanks.
Unload and show clear.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, shooter ready.
Spotter ready? Spotter ready. 3, 2, 1, engage. I know, it's like something bad, right?
So godly. Just whispers. He comes up. Impact. Seriously, like zero wind. Impact.
You don't clean this, you're awful.
Impact.
No. First one was or was not?
No, I don't think so. I wasn't sure.
Can I know my time, please?
30 seconds.
Impact. Impact.
Second stage of the day was off the tank trap on the strap. It was a little bit gusty for me, so I was dropping some shots due to wind. Still have to kind of figure out what wind to hold exactly out here because it's a bit switchy and gusting as well. Like right now it's calm, and other times it'll pick up. Funny enough, I did the best on the most wobbly position on the rope.
Stage 5, upstairs and downstairs. This stage was shot from a miniature PRS style barricade and it had 2 targets. The targets were a 10-inch diamond at 213 yards and a 4-inch square at 82 yards. There were 3 positions labeled on the barricade to engage the targets from. In the first position, the shooter would engage the targets from far to near with 2 rounds each. Second position would be from far to near, 2 rounds each again. And the third position would be from far to near with 1 round each. This gave a total of 10 rounds.
Back. Back. Back.
1 minute.
20 minutes.
Spoiler corner.
Back. 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 9.
Nicely done.
How'd you do for wind, bro? Straight up.
Ready. Spotter ready? Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
Stand by. Engage.
Not the ladder, what's at the ladder. And the other thing, PR, something like that. So the next 2 are still CR. And then PR.
Back.
And then
Back. Impact. 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 Impact.
Time.
25 seconds.
Okay.
Ready for 8.
Stage off the miniature barricade here, which is really cute. A far target at 213 yards and a close target at 82 yards. So there's quite a bit of a difference in holdovers if you choose to do that. I decided to dial, which worked out pretty well. I dropped 2 points, so I got 8 of 10. Wind is really switchy. It's mostly a headwind, but it's fishtailing, so I don't have to hold off plate, but if you hold towards the wrong side, you have a much bigger chance of missing it. So I missed the close one for 1 miss and also the far one. But it was a pretty fun stage. The height of which you have to shoot at is really awkward for a lot of shooters. But luckily I'm pretty comfortable in like the leapfrog position where I'm just kind of crouched down. And I also use the pump pillow with the arc around mounted bag. So it was okay. Good.
Hard to see that second one, Pascal.
The little square one?
Well, they're right in line with each other.
Yeah, they're kind of really lined up, so you don't have to move a lot.
That's good for a fellow like you.
I am nimble, okay?
Dude, look at the wind vane right now.
Well, it wasn't there when I looked up a second ago.
You were shooting at the white targets, right?
No.
Because I was looking at your barrel and I'm like, that's not in line with the white
Were you shooting at
targets.
the yellow target?
Yeah, I was.
That was the last stage.
I suppose I can reshoot it for fun, can I? Huh?
I was gonna say that explains it because I couldn't see anything. You're ready. Water. Engage.
Stage 6 was traffic barriers. There were 2 traffic barriers placed on an angle for the stage, and there were 2 targets. The targets were a 6-inch square at 126 yards and a third size IPSC silhouette at 202 yards. Shooters would move between the 4 positions and engage the targets with 2 rounds each, alternating between each position.
Impact!
Yeah, I should have done it both of them.
Good job, man. 50 seconds left.
You gotta make sure you get drunk.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure my account.
Is that Lindsay?
Get back! Accountant, CFO, CEO.
That's a win.
Okay.
Get back.
Is that where we ended?
Back. Shooter ready.
Stand by. Engage.
Get back. And then when you moved here, it was too far, too close. Get back. My
Actually, out of date.
favorite child of all the family. I hate you. Guillaume, Bruno, Gregory. King was to the closet. Back.
In circles.
Impact! Impact! Stand by. Engage. Impact!
Job, unload so clear.
Yeah,
Got you 5.
sounds good. Traffic barrier stage here was a bit rough. I got 5 of 8. There was only 8 points available, so I was taking my time, dialing everything, making sure I was steady. But the wind is really tricky. I was kind of just throwing rounds out there, trying to spot my rounds as they were going into the target, but it was hard to see. So I dropped 3 points, I guess, which I guess actually isn't that bad, but it's only an 8-round stage, so it's still kind of sucks. The close one I didn't have to hold off the plate. The far one I was trying everything, trying to hit it, so not really sure about this wind. I was looking over at the wind flags during the stage, trying to take my time to really get a feel for what the wind was doing, if it's coming left or right, because it's fishtailing all over the place. But yeah, rough stage. We'll see how it goes from here.
Stage 7 was ladder versus ladder. This was a 12-round stage. There were 2 ladders, and the 2 positions to shoot from was the top rung of the short ladder and the bottom rung of the tall ladder. On the engage command, the shooter would use the top rung of the short ladder and engage the small target, which was a 6-inch diamond at 147 yards. The shooter would then transition to the bottom rung of the tall ladder and engage the large target, which was an 8-inch square at 174 yards. The shooter would repeat the sequence for a total of 12 rounds.
Impact. Impact.
20.
Impact. Impact.
Nice. 3 seconds to spare. Good.
Impact!
Seconds.
20?
20.
Impact! Impact!
Good job. Yep.
Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
Stand by. Engage.
Yeah, 20. It's one. Impact! Impact!
Understand which one of the big goals, the peanut?
Have they started lunch?
Yeah.
Oh, it's started.
Time, please.
50 seconds.
All the animals, that's how I like it.
Sandwiches and snacks are ready if you guys are hungry.
Impact!
30.
And she's already negotiated dinner time. Impact! Impact.
Unload and show clear.
Thank you.
Ready for 9.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Good. All right. Just shot the ladder stage off the 2 ladders, going from the top of one ladder to the bottom of the other ladder. 2 targets at different distances, but you're actually shooting the smaller target from the standing position, which is a lot less stable. So it was a 12-round stage, so there's 6 positions to go back and forth. You got to hustle a little bit. I was probably hustling a little bit too much because I ended with 17 seconds on the clock. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, moving so much. Your heart rate gets elevated a little bit, which means the standing position you're pretty unstable because your body's moving a bit. So it was a lot of fun. I dropped 3 points for 9 of 12.
The next stage here was adapted from a PRS skills stage number 3. The distance was divided by 3 and the target sizes were adjusted accordingly for this rimfire match. On the engage command, the shooter would adopt a prone position and engage T1, which was a 4-inch square at 100 yards, until a hit was made. The shooter would then engage a 4-inch square at 166 yards until a hit was made. The shooter would then conduct a mandatory magazine change and then re-engage the targets T2 and T1, both hit to advance again. The shooter would then move to the small prop and engage T3, which was a 6-inch square at 100 yards, until 1 hit was made. Shooter would then engage T4, which was an 8-inch square at 166 yards, until a hit was made. Perform another mandatory magazine change, and then engage T4 and T3 again, hit to advance. There were 8 total possible points for the stage, but shooters had 12 rounds to accomplish it.
No. You're my guy, dude. You're my guy.
Right on the button. Unload and show clear.
Not bad for wrong target. Impact!
You have 45 seconds.
Impact!
30 seconds.
Impact!
20.
Impact!
Dig around, did it?
Empty?
No!
Oh no, it's an empty match. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
That's the wrong target. Why didn't I load my mag?
Yeah, 7.
Okay. Oh, that sucks, man. You were gonna clean the stage. All right, make clear first. I got you for 7.
Nice, buddy.
Yeah. If only you reloaded your mag. All right, we have.
I even checked.
Nick.
Guess I didn't.
Stand by. Engage.
I guess I can count.
You
I can count rounds. Someone else count hits, I can count rounds.
I got hits, so.
Oh, okay.
Impact!
No, I'm pretty sure there's 2 of them.
Impact! Impact!
It's nice and not windy right now.
Impact!
There's your win.
Thanks.
Impact!
Yeah, no one explained, but
Impact!
50 seconds.
near, far, near, far.
Impact!
I don't need an explanation on the I need an explanation on
Impact!
It's done.
You hold right there.
He's going
going to go there.
You have 4 extra shots if you want to take it.
Just shot the PRS skill stage here off the little box and prone. It was hit to advance, and the second target is quite small and pretty far away at 170 yards or so. It's only 8 points available, but you have 12 rounds to complete the stage. And it's pretty interesting. Some guys are getting stuck at that far, small target. And I was really lucky because when I shot, it was like this with absolutely no wind. So you'll see on the scope camera, I was just holding straight up and I didn't miss at all. But other guys aren't so lucky. And it'll be really gusty and stuff. So it's like the luck of the draw here. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. And this time around I got lucky, pretty straightforward, just dialed everything. There were some mandatory mag changes, which went pretty smooth as well. But if you don't remember to do a mag change, you get a big goose egg on the stage, which has happened to me before.
Stop. Oh yeah, you're right. I saw nothing. That sucks.
I have trauma from that experience, so I generally don't forget mandatory mag changes anymore. All right.
Get back.
Get back, man. 50 cent round.
Back. Position 1 is on the strap.
That takes a lot of changes.
Okay, I'm good.
That was an impact. That was the wrong target.
Wrong target. Yeah, it was like about 1.3.
Stage 9 was another adapted PRS skill stage number 4. The distance was divided by 3 and the target sizes were adjusted accordingly for this rimfire match. The 4 targets for this stage was a 4-inch square at 100 yards, another 4-inch square at 133 yards, a 6-inch square at 166 yards, and a 10-inch square at 200 yards. Shooters were not allowed to dial their scopes during the stage and had to use holdovers. On the engage command, the shooter would adopt a prone shooting position and engage the 4 targets near to far, hit to advance. Shooters would then retrieve a second magazine on the bucket behind them and re-engage the targets near to far again with their support side, which meant their support side eye, shoulder, and hand. At no point during the stage was the shooter allowed to dial elevation on their scopes and had to use their holdovers.
Impact. Impact. 30 seconds. Impact. Impact. Nicely done. Impact. Support side, eh?
Oh, that's more or less comfortable.
Sorry. It's far, it's near to far.
Near the far. Oh yeah, that's 9-2. Where's 9-1? Right. Can I re-engage it?
Yep. Impact. Impact. Impact.
You?
Oh, I don't like support.
Okay. Stand by. Engage.
Impact! Impact!
I go into the reticle and look at the reticle.
You should be on your pretty much full value win right now.
Impact!
Are you kidding me? Literally, I'm fucking around with it.
Impact!
50 seconds.
Saying my things
Impact!
Well, shit.
Impact! Impact! Impact!
Nicely done.
My bipod was set a little bit too high during the stage, so it was a little bit uncomfortable, but I saw some people timing out, so I didn't want to take time to adjust my bipod, so I just ran with it and used my rear hand on top of my bag to try and manipulate the height of the rifle, and it worked out okay. So, the other thing about this stage was you weren't allowed to dial your elevation, so you had to use holdovers, which obviously you would have seen in the video. So obviously it's good to have a scope of the target reticle and know how to use it, so when you have a mandatory holdover stage, it doesn't feel super unnatural for you. And practice support side as well.
Stage 10, Why Didn't You Mapleseed? This stage was entirely unsupported offhand shooting. Slings were permitted, but shooters were not allowed to use a bipod or bag. There were 3 targets for this stage, a 10-inch square at 82 yards and a small and large square at 137 yards. On the engage command, the shooter would adopt a standing unsupported position and engage the close target with 4 rounds. The shooter would then transition to a sitting or kneeling position and engage the far large target with another 4 rounds. Finally, the shooter would adopt an unsupported prone position and engage the far small target with their last 4 rounds. This gave a total round count of 12 rounds for the stage.
Impact.
Back. Back.
this way.
Back.
On your knees, bitch. You're all fucking cheesy.
Back.
Ooh, that's small. What's my time?
35 seconds.
I don't know anything about these things.
Wasn't Ginger supposed to be here?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh.
See it? His name. Over there. Voodoo man.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's in a.
Is it a voodoo? Not a voodoo ball. No way.
Nope.
Never heard of it.
Back.
All right. Shooter ready.
Shooter is ready.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1, engage.
Oh yes. Watch him clean the stage.
It might be a subtitle tomorrow.
I'm definitely gonna have some chaplets, that's for sure.
I mean, it's a little cool, but.
Impact! 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 It's that weak voodoo ejection, not coming all the way.
You landed at your feet there or what?
Yeah, dribbling out.
You a pretzel bob here?
Yeah, we're having to pretzel bob. Is it a square?
Yeah.
They're all squares. You're square.
Impact. That's a high pitch. Impact. Impact.
Yes, you're allowed to sleep.
Impact. I'll give it to you.
Oh, did you hear that thing?
That was a hell of a ricochet. Oops. I think it hit the right side of the target. Impact.
Ah! Unload and show yourself to be clear.
9.
Oh man, my arm is so tired. 9. I'll take that. This voodoo is
Light.
15% of my body weight. Okay, I don't know.
Same as your left leg. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Just shot the Mapleseed stage, which is fully unsupported in 3 positions. 4 rounds from standing, 4 rounds from kneeling, and 4 rounds from prone. Using a heavy rifle like the Voodoo here is quite difficult, especially when you got, skinny little arms like I do. I managed to get 9 of 12, which I'm pretty happy about, and I believe I got all 4 hits from the standing position, which is most difficult for me for sure. The further targets for kneeling and prone were quite small, and I was a little bit unstable. I couldn't get enough tension in the sling to properly use that for support, so I ended up dropping 2 points, or 3 points, I guess, in those positions, but it was still pretty good. 9 of 12 for an offhand stage with the Voodoo. I'll take that any day of the week. And next up is the tires stage. We're gonna go across the firing line to stage 1. We have 2 more stages in the day to finish it up. I'm doing pretty okay, I would say, today, but I'm not dropping too many points. Hopefully, but there's still plenty of time to screw it up.
Stage 1 was the old tire pile. The round count for this stage was 12, and there were 4 targets for this stage. The first 3 targets were gophers in an array at 148 yards, and the 4th target was a 12-inch diamond at 214 yards. On the engage command, the shooter would move to the first position and engage the 3 gophers left to right with 2 rounds each. The shooter would then transition to the top of the big tire pile and engage the far target with 3 rounds, and then the gophers again left to right with 1 round each.
Impact. 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 Position 2 is 3 for the car, then 1 impact. Small targets, man.
That's why.
I got you for 7.
Wind shifted from left to right to left, and I was holding the left edge of the target.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
45 seconds.
Can you get?
Oh, yeah, the weird 12 round.
Impact!
Yeah.
Impact! Impact!
20 seconds.
Oh, yeah. It is tough. 15 seconds is substantial. I mean, this to the point where tripod is 15 seconds. We have over 3 minutes.
Impact! Impact!
Ready.
Stay on the course of fire.
I believe so, yeah.
Spotter.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Badass himself. Spreading the badassery everywhere.
Impact. 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 Impact.
Great cupcake, Bob.
Impact.
No.
Hey, she finally used it.
Impact.
I'm a lucky man.
Impact. Impact.
Got you for 8.
Yep.
Just shot stage 1 here, which was off the tire pile at a target array of 3 gophers and a far diamond. The gophers are really skinny and they're past 100 yards, like 130 or something like that. So your wind call has to be basically perfect. I decided to try out the new tripod because I haven't used it all day. And this is the last stage that I can use a tripod on because the last one is a prone stage. So I figured I'd try and use it. It actually worked out quite well. I still dropped 4 points out of the 12 available, which was unfortunate. Wind was a bit tricky. I was adjusting my holds based on what I felt, and I was looking to the side at a wind flag as well, just to get a feeling of how the magnitude of what I had to hold. And the far one I missed twice, which was interesting because I felt pretty stable. But yeah, a little bit unfortunate. 8 of 12, not too bad. Tripod works pretty good. And it is definitely quick to deploy. So I guess it does its job. There's been really no big mental mistakes today, but the wind has been really killing me. You know, switchy headwind. Sometimes you're holding left, sometimes you're holding right. Sometimes if you don't hold the right side, obviously it's going to blow you completely off the plate. So you have to be a little bit careful. But in terms of like target engagements and making stupid errors, it's been pretty minimal. I can't remember any yet. I still got 1 stage to go though, so yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Stage 2 was titled, Do You Really Know Your Limits? This was a distance-based KYL stage, and there were 6 targets, all the same size, which was a 3rd size IPSC silhouette. The target distances were as follows: 82 yards, 110 yards, 140 yards, 165 yards, 220 yards, and 250 yards. Shooters had 10 rounds to complete the stage, and on the engage command, they would adopt a prone position from the trailer and engage the targets near to far. If the shooter misses any target during the stage, all accumulated points are lost. After a miss, if a shooter had rounds and time remaining, they could engage the targets starting over from the near target. If a shooter successfully hits the furthest targets and has rounds and time remaining, they can consecutively engage that target for more points. Given the wind conditions of the day, this was a very tough stage, and the high score for the day was 5.
Back. I'm on 5, right?
Correct. Yeah, 2-5. 30 seconds.
Really?
Run.
Where's 2-2?
Way to the right.
To the right.
Oh.
Get back.
4 seconds. One more.
Hit 2-4.
That was the wrong one. I just saw it, so I shot because I knew I was running out of time anyway.
Back. Get back. Get back.
4. I see. Yeah, that's a classic Pascal.
Get back.
I'm just gonna take that.
Number 4?
Yeah.
All right. Now next, I think.
Unload and show clear.
Oh, quits.
You gotta get at least one
Which
more.
time do I have?
That fifth one's really
35
fun,
seconds.
right?
Yeah, it's a little one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I should.
That's what last year, the last 2 were full-size ones or half? They got bigger.
What's the highest goal so far?
5.
Impact!
That's it.
All right.
We're done.
Now I know how many I can drop and still beat you. Stand up. Are you ready? Shooter is ready. Shooter, stand by. 3, 2, 1, engage.
Impact. Impact. Impact.
I'm so confused. They said the first 4 are pretty big.
Impact.
No, the hits on that far one.
So should I go all the way to 4? And then try 5?
Impact.
I'm done.
What'd you stop at?
5.
I would have tried the last one, because then if you lost, you would have enough points to get back to 5.
No, he'd have enough to get back to 4.
Yeah, because there's 6 targets.
And it's a 12-round stage.
Is it a 12-round stage?
It's a 10-round stage.
Oh, it is? Okay, sorry.
All right, I'm done.
Which target are you on?
He's on 4.
30 seconds.
Shouldn't have told you.
Impact.
That's 5.
Always going for it.
You got 20 seconds. Okay, 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Impact.
1 hit.
Time.
What do you got?
You gambled. You gambled and you lost, Colin.
Go with some honor.
Yeah.
Taking it. Try to go for 6.
Stage debrief.
Yeah.
Not
Got a
good.
match scores.
Happens to the best of us. Just finished up the match here on stage 2, our 10th stage and last stage of the day, which was a distance-based KOIL. All the targets were the same size. It was a 3rd size IP6 silhouette, ranging from, I want to say, 82 yards out to 250. So it's a pretty small target at 250. There are 6 of them. If you missed any of them, all your accumulated points would be wiped out and you could start from the beginning again. Mentally, before I shot the stage, I decided if I get the 5th target out of the 6, I'm just gonna call it good enough, because if I miss the 6, the best I can get is 4. And given the wind conditions and the target sizes of the 6th target out there, there's only like maybe 5 hits on it right now, and we're the last squad to shoot this stage. So not many hits on that last target for sure, and I decided to just take 5 and call it a day. The wind has been changing all day, lots of fishtailing headwind, so you know, right, left, depending on depending on just when you're shooting. So it was a good match, and we'll see where I end up after the scores are posted. Good. Impact! Impact!
Cabela's has provided a scope for the top women shooter, trying to promote women shooting in sports. So the winner of that is Karen Duncan this year.
Yeah! You're making me proud, Karen. You're making me proud.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Perfect.
guys.
Thanks. We'll start with youth. Our top youth, we have Avery Jolicoeur. Congratulations.
I'll look at him, please.
You should be holding this, not me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, next we'll go to production. Third place, Brandon Watkins.
Nice.
Nice. Come along with it.
Even with all the unnecessary reloads.
Even with the Savage.
You guys are, you know, Savage is a sponsor, right? Be polite.
So third was 43 points, second 45 points, Howard Magda.
Howard!
Congratulations.
Over here, guys. That's Howard.
First place with a score of 61, Russ Rodriguez.
Over here, guys. Look at me. Thank you.
Going to open. Third place with a score of 69, Pascal Jolicoeur. Second place, score of 70. 1 point difference. JP Noel.
I'm so rusty.
Yeah, first place, score of 77. Matt Hilliard.
I'd like to thank my sponsor. Congrats, buddy.
Thanks. Thank you.
Look better with a jersey on.
Yeah, I was just
Oh, first place winners, come and get your elite contact.
Yep.
And then I'll need a picture with you and your medal and your contact right here.
No, I love you. Definitely my ammo choice.
Sure, I count.
You're on video. I'm happy for you.
I was actually surprised because when I get less than 80 points usually, you're not in contention.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, 77. But then when you started calling up third at 69, I was like, oh, wait a second.
We shouldn't have done that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was good.
Yeah. So surprisingly, I got first. Avery here got first in youth. So these are 2 first place medals. Cheers. Yeah, I was actually surprised because 77 was my total points. And usually when you're below 80 or 80%, you're not in contention. But I guess it just shows everyone was struggling in the win today, and I just struggled a little bit less than everyone else. So, perfect. See you later.
See you again.